19 minutes to 10 a.m. Children Kwambox with you. And of course, Little Ndio Best.
And if you're hungry this morning, Little Ndio Best. Umeske, you can order your food now. It's tasty. And we're sitting here with
Claire Morethi, the brand manager of Little.
Yes.
And just trying to get to know you better as Little, that is.
Yeah.
And we're talking about something to do with drivers, and in case there is feedback that somebody needs. How, if I'm not happy about something, how, I know you'll tell me you'd respond quickly, but how do I get to you?
So, I mean, unlike other apps, and I really like just saying other apps, insert the name there, we are open for business. Our drivers can come in Monday to Saturday and ask for support. We have a beautiful customer experience team run by amazing ladies and one gentleman who are there to support. So drivers come in, not just for onboarding issues, but to say, you know, I have an issue. Maybe there was a miscalculation or a customer left something. So we're very open. And that's the Kenyan way of doing business, not this other money going through to Amsterdam. We're here. We're in Nairobi.
It's interesting you mentioned that because I've been to your office and just there on the ground floor, you find a lot of drivers.
Hey,
That is very
They do this and there. Everybody's there,
Hey,
you know, and they're coming to you know, air their complaints or whatever's going on. And it's so important because one of the key things that we've always complained, because I'm an ardent user of taxi apps, and it reached a place where I was just like, enough, Little Ndio Best.
in fact,
Why?
you bought your car because you were not happy.
Bruv.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she bought her car because she wasn't happy.
I did not want to drive in the city.
Okay.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense. You can take a taxi. You know, you can hail an app. You can get your food. And convenience.
that.
Yeah. But then I was left on the Southern Bypass by a driver. Right.
I'm so sorry. For this. At what time?
During COVID, it was in broad daylight, but it was in the middle of the Southern Bypass, and I just come from a shoot. I had my bags, and the guy was just a fan. From the moment I checked into that, he was just going crazy. And I wasn't headed towards the Southern Bypass. I was headed into the CBD on Mombasa Road. He just branched off. And you see, at that point, even if the more I talked to him, in fact, I kept quiet and I reached out to the brand manager and they called the cops, and that's how I ended up part of that taxi. But after that, what I asked myself is, because every time I'd mention it, people would be like, oh, especially drivers. They tell me, but you know, madam, hujui venye pia madriver siupitia.
Yeah.
Right? So, just talking back and forth with these guys, they'd be like, you know, you don't know who to
You don't know
holla
who
at,
to
yeah?
ask help.
But with Little,
Yes.
the year before, last year,
Yes.
I went to their office and I'm just finding a bunch of drivers there. As in, wameleta complaint kutoka kwa ofisi. And I love that. I love that about Little.
That is
I
as
love
Kenyan
that.
as it
Thank you.
gets.
That's right.
And as you're creating all these job opportunities as Little, I know you're truly Kenyan. And for young people right now, we're trying to hustle. We want that job. How do I get myself to drive a little car? Or to get myself on the Little app? Because I know that's big right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, just please, as long as you have a boda, you don't even have to have that big car. A boda, or you can afford those small Suzuki Altos or a Toyota Passo, please come. All you need is your national ID, right? We'll ensure you also have a PSV certificate. Make sure you have that. And what is it called when CID say check, you're a good guy? Certificate of good conduct, right? Because that's where it
In fact,
starts.
that is very
If you
important.
cannot get that, we know you're not a good person,
Yeah.
and you will not carry our customers. So just come over.
Yeah.
The onboarding process takes like one day. You're trained the next day, and then you're on the road making money. So just come. In fact, we're moving into the e-bikes business.
And that's the conversation I wanted us to have because we just came from the Africa Climate Summit change, and there's a lot of big things happening. I know today the EU Commissioner of International Partnerships is in the country to also speak about this. But nyinyi muko kipao mbele. Tell us about this electric business.
So first of all, fossil fuels are not good for the economy. We know that, right?
Yes.
But the reality of our country is we are here because there's no supporting infrastructure to get us there. If you were to buy an electric vehicle right now, I'm sure you'd wonder, where do I charge?
I don't charge it to the charger for the
You see
phone.
what
Because
charge your phone.
because I've been saying narusha tu socket hapa.
Power
Unarusha
bank.
extension.
Natembea na power bank.
So I really like that the government and all these stakeholders are really saying, you know what, let's make Africa and Kenya better. So to start us off, we have a couple of e-bikes and scooters that we have. I should have come with one, but
Can you fold? Is this also that can fold?
No, this one is.
That's the
Take
portable.
us slowly, cheetah. Take us slowly, but we have that. We're piloting in the office. In fact, as early as this week on Friday, we're launching what we're calling ARC bikes, e-bikes, right? That we're gonna give to our riders for them to ride, and they leap up pole pole.
Yeah.
So a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a couple of steps, and we're heading there.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I think in the next 5 years, you will see possibly that half of or 20% of our business is on electric infrastructure.
Yeah.
We need to do that. And now that the government and the Nairobi County especially are working on,
The charging
getting us
points
charging
and all-
points, because
yes.
I don't want to get to Embakasi and then I can't come back.
I'm gonna be like, remember that guy who bought a Tesla, then went to Kisumu, and then he couldn't
Akakwama.
come back.
Why would he do that? Yeah, alikuwa na brag.
Nikubrag. I love it. I love that the future is looking green. I love that we're going to be doing this with Little, because I'm Little and your best. And you've heard it straight from the horses. I'm not calling you a horse.
I was like, we're just friends. We're friends. Let us
I
happen.
got you. We're going to have, of course, a jolly good time telling you more about
Yes.
Little. But fanya hivi, download the app.
Right now, go to your Google Play Store. If you're on an Android, watu wengine wa antiniko iPhone, it's on the App Store as well. Download it. 100 bob off on your first ride or your first order of food. Because the komboxa kona njaa. Si tumesema tunafanya hiyo kitu.
Lakini sipendi venye umeongejea watu wa iPhone.
I was going to say that. We
But
were
sasa,
just chilling and
On
minding our business.
WCW.
But
And
sasa mimi ni mtu wa
Hapana, kila mtu anajua the biggest consumers of iPhone in this country are
Android users.
babes.
Women.
Hashtag
Women.
WCW.
Women.
Anyway, thank you so much for hanging without Claire, and thank you so much also for making it clear about what Little is all
I see
about.
what you did there. Clear. Well
And
done.
right now we want you to declare that Little.
Ndio
Your
best.
There we go.
It's not just radio, it's a whole vibe.